Okay, so who's ready for an adventure? I'm so excited because today we're diving headfirst into the ultimate travel guide for Melbourne, Australia. It's like this super cool city with hidden laneways, amazing coffee, and the cutest penguins you've ever seen. Get ready to explore the best spots, soak up the Aussie vibes, and maybe, just maybe, try some Vegemite. Don't worry, I'll be your guide through it all. Alright, first up, we gotta hit up Federation Square, or Fed Square as the locals call it. It's basically the Times Square of Melbourne, but way more chill. Seriously, there's always something going on here, from art exhibitions that'll make you think to live, music that'll make you want to dance like nobody's watching, even though everyone totally is. Plus, they have these giant screens that play everything. I'm talking sports, movies, weird art installations. You name it. Oh, and did I mention the food? So many options. Ugh, I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. Okay, so maybe you're thinking plants. Emma, seriously? But trust me on this one. The Royal Botanic Gardens are not your grandma's garden, okay? I mean, unless your grandma has impeccable taste and a thing for swans, it's literally hundreds of acres of pure Instagrammable bliss. We're talking lush lawns, vibrant flowers, and these crazy cool trees that look like they're straight out of a fairy tale. It's the perfect place to, escape the city for a minute, read a book, or just take a million selfies. Don't judge me. Next up, we're going on a safari. Well, not really, but kinda. The Melbourne Zoo is home to, a gazillion different animals from all over the world. We're talking lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my. Just kidding, there are no bears. But there are penguins. And they're adorable. Seriously, I could watch them waddle around all day. Plus, the zoo is super involved in conservation efforts, which is really important and stuff. So you can feel good about supporting them while you're checking out the giraffes. It's a win-win. Okay, so maybe you're not a museum person, but even if you'd rather watch paint dry than look at art, you have to check out the National Gallery of Victoria. It's one of the oldest and most impressive art museums in Australia, and they have this massive collection of everything from ancient Egyptian artifacts to contemporary Australian art. Plus, they always have these really cool special exhibitions going on. One time I saw this exhibit on David Bowie's costumes, and it was life-changing. Okay, maybe not life-changing, but it was pretty cool. Okay, so maybe you're thinking, another museum? Emma, you're killing me. But hear me out, the Melbourne Museum is actually really cool. They have exhibits on everything from dinosaurs to Indigenous Australian culture to Phar Lap, which is this legendary racehorse. And the Royal Exhibition Building, which is right next door, is this stunning piece of architecture that's been around since the 1800s. It's like stepping back in time, but in a good way. Plus, they have these really cool events there, sometimes fashion shows and stuff, so it's not all boring history and stuff. Okay, so you want to see Melbourne from a different perspective? Literally? Then you gotta hop on a Yarra River Cruise. It's the most relaxing way to see all the city's landmarks, and you get some pretty epic photo ops too. Plus, you can sip on a latte and pretend you're a tourist or something. I mean, technically you are a tourist, but you know what I mean. It's just a really chill and scenic way to spend an afternoon. And if you're lucky, you might even spot a dolphin or two. No, seriously, I'm not kidding. Alright, let's be real. No trip to Melbourne is complete without a visit to St Kilda Beach. This iconic spot is a must-see for both locals and tourists alike. It's like the Santa Monica Pier of Australia, but with more penguins. Imagine a place where you can enjoy the sun, the sand, and the company of these adorable creatures all at once. I'm serious. There's a whole colony of them living under the pier, and they come out at sunset every night. It's a magical experience to watch them waddle around as the sun dips below the horizon. It's the cutest thing ever. You can spend hours just watching them, but there's so much more to explore. But St Kilda is more than just penguins, okay? This vibrant area is packed with activities and attractions that cater to all kinds of interests. There's also a million restaurants and bars, offering a variety of cuisines and atmospheres. Whether you're in the mood for a casual bite or a fancy dinner, you'll find something to satisfy your cravings. An amusement park with a roller coaster that's older than my grandma, Luna Park is a historic gem that brings out the kid in everyone. The roller coaster, known as the Scenic Railway, has been thrilling visitors since 1912, and a bunch of other random stuff to do. From street performers to art installations, There's always something happening here. You can never get bored with the endless entertainment options. It's the perfect place to, soak up the sun, relax, and unwind. The beach is spacious and inviting, making it an ideal spot for a lazy day. People watch and maybe even get a tan. The diverse crowd adds to the charm, and you can spend hours just observing the lively atmosphere. Or, a sunburn. Just make sure to apply plenty of sunscreen to avoid turning into a lobster. Depends on how long you stay out. Remember, the Australian sun can be quite intense, so take breaks in the shade and stay hydrated. St Kilda Beach truly offers a little bit of everything for everyone. Okay, so you like to shop? Like a lot? Then you're gonna love Queen Victoria Market. It's this massive open-air market that's been around since forever, and they have literally everything you could ever want or need. We're talking fresh produce, clothes, souvenirs, didgeridoos, you name it, they probably have it. Plus, it's the perfect place to, practice your haggling skills. Just kidding, don't haggle. But you can totally find some unique and quirky souvenirs to take home with you. Just make sure you bring a big enough suitcase. Okay, so this one's a bit of a trek from Melbourne, but trust me, it's worth it. If you're up for a little adventure, Phillip Island is the place to be. It's about a 2-hour drive from the city, but the journey is filled with picturesque landscapes and charming small towns that make the trip enjoyable. Phillip Island is home to the Penguin Parade, which is basically the cutest thing you will ever see in your entire life. Imagine hundreds of tiny penguins, no taller than your knee, making their way up the beach after a long day of fishing. It's a sight that will melt your heart. Every night at sunset, these tiny little penguins waddle up the beach after a long day of fishing, and it's the most adorable thing ever. The way they move, with their little flippers flapping and their bodies swaying, is just too cute for words. You can feel the excitement in the air as everyone gathers to watch this natural spectacle. Seriously, I could watch it every day for the rest of my life and never get tired of it. There's something incredibly soothing and joyful about watching these little creatures in their natural habitat. Plus, the viewing platforms are designed to give you the best possible experience without disturbing the penguins. Plus, the island itself is really pretty, with rugged coastlines, wildlife sanctuaries, and a bunch of other stuff to do. You can explore the island's natural beauty, visit the Koala Conservation Centre, or take a scenic drive along the coastline. There's also a variety of local eateries and shops to check out. So, yeah, definitely add Phillip Island to your itinerary. Whether you're a nature lover, an animal enthusiast, or just looking for a unique experience, Phillip Island has something for everyone. It's a perfect day trip or weekend getaway that will leave you with unforgettable memories. Okay, so technically the Great Ocean Road isn't in Melbourne, but it's close enough that you can totally do it as a day trip. Just imagine starting your morning with a scenic drive that takes you through some of the most breathtaking landscapes Australia has to offer. And trust me, you don't want to miss this. It's like one of the most scenic drives in the world, with these dramatic cliffs, crashing waves, and these crazy rock formations called the 12 Apostles. These limestone stacks are iconic and make for some incredible photo opportunities. It's like nature at its finest. Plus, there are a bunch of cool little towns along the way where you can stop for lunch, grab a coffee, or just admire the view. Each town has its own unique charm, offering local delicacies and cozy cafes where you can relax and soak in the coastal vibe. If you're into outdoor activities, there are plenty of hiking trails and spots for wildlife spotting. You might even catch some surfers riding the waves. The Great Ocean Road is not just a drive, it's an adventure filled with diverse experiences. It's the perfect way to end your Melbourne adventure. As the sun sets, casting a golden glow over the ocean, you'll realise that this road trip is more than just a journey. It's a collection of unforgettable moments that you'll cherish forever. And that's a wrap on Melbourne. I'm so sad to be leaving this amazing city, but I'm taking all the memories, and probably a few extra pounds of luggage, with me. If you're planning a trip to Australia, you absolutely have to add Melbourne to your list. It's like the coolest city ever. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to my channel for more travel adventures, and let me know in the comments what your favourite part of Melbourne is. Or, if you think Vegemite is actually good. I'm still not convinced.